All right, let's make sure everything's working, okay? All right, let's make sure. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys, welcome back to Madden 25. It's your boy Malin. I am so ready for another shot at redemption with the Dallas Cowboys because I swear this game is trying to prevent me from being able to complete the rebuild. You guys have seen the last two videos when I have tried to put our starters in the game in the playoffs, and EA is just flat out not letting me do it. So we've changed up a few things that I think will help us out, and I want to show you guys. So we got a new head coach in Robert Saleh. We went ahead and fired D'Amico Ryans because maybe we just need to change our coaches. And I'd actually changed the playbook back to Mike McCarthy's system because I should have known earlier that you can actually do that. You can hire any coach you want, but you can change it to any playbook you want as well. You don't have to stick with the playbook that the head coach that you hire has. So I'm bringing in Robert Saleh, who's an offensive-minded guy, again, kind of like with McCarthy, but we switched it back to Mike McCarthy's playbook on offense and defense. You know, West Coast zone run, 4-3 cover 3. I'm hoping that because we got the old scheme back that the players will that EA will put the players in there, because something tells me that because we hired a new coaching staff and an entirely new coaching staff, the scheme obviously changed, and therefore they put players in the game that fit more to the scheme as opposed to players who were the better overall. So that's what I'm banking on. But if we get to the playoffs and they keep doing that BS to me again, then I'm just going to have to power through it and see if I can actually win a playoff game for real with just the backups. It stinks, but that's what we're going to do, and that's the direction that we're going with. When we get to the regular season, I will show you guys the roster for year number 4 with the Cowboys, and I'm planning on doing the Cleveland Browns next part of the rebuild live stream as well. So you're going to get 2 different rebuilds, different parts of a rebuild in one video. So y'all got a special treat tonight. And it looks like Montrell Johnson tore his labrum. He's out for the couple of weeks. Probably will keep him out for the rest of the preseason. But in the meantime, I forgot to show you guys our roster for year 4. Year 4, we got Prescott, we got Meredith as our backup quarterback, and we still got Jackson Arnold. Genie is still our starting running back, Montrell Johnson. We have Kai Peterson, who's a rookie we drafted, and we have DJ Giddens still here. We have acquired Kyle Juszczyk as our new starting fullback. He's getting up there in age, and he's down to a 7.8 overall. Something tells me this may be the last year of his career, but if he can help us win it all, then that may be the best thing. We still have CD. We have Sturdivant, who has developed very well into an 82 overall. Chris Lewis is up to a 76. We got a 68 Jalen Lane, and Desron Streebling, a 6'3 overall receiver. This roster's looking a little bit different. Some of the backups are different, but some of the starters we still have. Ferguson is 88. We drafted a new tight end in Josh Huffman to back up Ferguson as we let Schoonmaker go, and we still have Swinson from last year. Left tackle is still Tyler Guyton. He's back on his 5th-year option. George Jackson is our backup left tackle. Left guard is still Tyler Smith. We gave him a new contract. Barnhart's going to back him up. We have an 87 Cooper Beebe. We have a 75 overall Ricky Stromberg. That was one of our free agent signings because Zach Martin retired. I needed somebody decent to go in there. And we also signed Liam Eckenberg to back him up as well. Taylor Moton is an 85 overall. And 70 overall Nathan Thomas is going to back him up. We still have an 82 overall DeMarcus Lawrence. We signed him to a 1-year deal. This may be his last year in the NFL. 13 years, 35 years old. He's probably on the back end. And Marshawn Nealon hasn't gotten up to the 80s yet. I'm hoping this year will be the year, but he's still our starting right end, still pretty young. We have Gillotti as our backup right end, and we have Yates. The unit tackles, Mozzie Smith is, 80 overall now. So he's progressed a little bit finally after being in the league for 4 years. Coburn, Jenkins, and Silver are the backups. Left outside linebacker is still a 99 Micah Parsons. LaFau's still here. McCullough's still here. Shamar James is rated better at this point than Ellis, but I'm still going to give the nod to Ellis as the starter. And we have Caleb Earns-Orr as the backup middle linebacker. We have a new starting right outside linebacker we drafted, KJ Hayes out of Oregon. 74 overall. We got a 62 Matthew Beard who we drafted, and Clayton Smith is going to back up those guys. We have Diggs, we got Bland, we got Carson, Javian Toviano is now our fourth corner who we drafted a few years back. We have White and we have Stukes. Caleb Downs is going to be our new starting free safety. Byard retired, so obviously so Downs is going to be our new starter at free safety, and we have Felix to back him up, who we drafted. Strong safety is Darnell Savage, and we have Lewis Smart backing him up. Kicker still Brandon Aubrey, and the punter is Corey Bajorowicz. So that is our roster for year 4. And I'm hoping that when we get back to the playoffs, EA doesn't mess with me again because we got the old playbook back, but we will see. I don't know what the deal is, what EA's been doing when we do those, but it just seems like that once I jump into an actual game, they just decide to put in every single backup, and then I can't change it to put the starters in there. I don't know if it's some kind of like mercy thing or what. I'm really not sure what that's about. We got 24 staff points to spend, so I'm going to spend some of them on some of our assistant coaches if I can. Let's spend some points there for on the line, for Henry Brock, our offensive coordinator now. All right. So we got to cut 3 players. We don't have to do a whole lot of cuts because our roster just flat out isn't really that big. So I think actually Clayton Smith is somebody that we can just straight up cut. I don't think it's worth keeping him around. Do we have more middle linebackers? Yeah, this Orrs guy, I don't think he's worth keeping. I'm not even going to put him on practice. Defensive tackles. Silver, I'm going to put you on the practice squad, and that's that. All right. Finish up the preseason. We'll get into the regular season, and we'll see where we're at. All right, let's choose our draft class. This is the 2027 season, so we need a 2028 draft class, and I think this is it. I believe this one features, no, not Arch Manning, but David Sanders Jr. I know is a real guy, and some of these guys may just be like straight up, randoms, but it's what it is. All right. So let's go ahead and simulate to the middle of the season and see where the Cowboys are at. Last year, we started out the season like 14-0, and that was a crazy start to the season that I did not expect this team to have. Maybe we'll be able to be just as good as last year in the regular season, but doesn't mean anything if we don't finish in the playoffs, even if we got to force the backups to play instead of the starters due to EA's logic. Okay, so we're a little bit worse than last year. We're 5-2, but we're still pretty good. Although we're not leading the division, the Eagles are 5-1, we're 5-2. We would be the 5th seed in the playoffs if the season ended today. So looks like, of course, we still have a little bit of work to do. Let's go to the negotiation screen and see where we're at. Can't do anything during the season, kind of like the last several seasons, because we're in the hole minus $43 million. So, yeah, we're just going to have to kind of, take what we can get. A lot of the younger guys like Johnson, LaFau, and White, these guys are just going to have to go. Lane is somebody we drafted a few years back, but he's not going to be worth keeping. I may want to keep Moten. If we can't do better than an 84 right tackle in free agency. Fajoko's a backup. So's Coburn, Thomas. Savage, I may decide to keep for one more season, but I don't know. I may just take my luck in free agency if we do have to play another season. Lawrence, like I said, will probably retire. I'll probably keep Aubrey. Maybe I'll just keep the punter while I'm at it. But guys that I think I definitely want to keep around, I'm on the fence about Mozzie Smith because 80 overall is not that bad. It's better than where I thought he would be at this point of his career in like year 4 of the rebuild, like year 6 of his career. And he's only 26 years old, so he's still pretty young. But I just feel like I get better at defensive tackle. But Cooper Beebe, I think, is going to be worth keeping. He's progressed every year, and he's still very young at 26. So I think 86 overall centers aren't that easy to come by. So I think I'll definitely be keeping him around for sure. No doubt about that. All right, so let's simulate week by week right now. We're playing the Commanders this week. They're 3-4, and unfortunately, we took a big loss to them, and we have a new injury. Sturdivant is out for 3 weeks with a pulled groin. Fortunately, there's no significant injuries. I think we can go ahead and deal with that as we go. We got a media question to answer, and we also got to play the 49ers this week, who are 5-3, just like us. Built for the playoffs, and I know we can get there. It may be tougher sledding this year to make the playoffs, but It is what it is. Maybe because we won't be the most dominant team in the NFL, the sim will show mercy on us. We beat the 49ers by 18 points, so we had a pretty good win there. We're playing the Falcons this week. They're 4-5. Let's see if we can make it 2 in a row, get on a little bit of a win streak, and we can't. So we are 6-4. We are second place in the NFC East. Looks like it's going to be the Eagles' division to win this year. So we're going to have to take a tougher road to get to the Super Bowl. But that may be the better route to go. Underdog mentality a little bit, see what we can do. We get a big win, though, against the Chiefs, which was a little bit of a surprise. All right, we play the Eagles this week. This could potentially be a pretty big game because if we knock them down by 1 win and we get another win, and we beat the Eagles by 4, so we're not leading the division. Yeah, we played one more game than them, but we have the same number of wins. So, things are looking like that. Playoff picture, though, we are in the 5th seed right now, but we would still have an uphill battle. We would be on the road for essentially the whole playoffs if we were to finish at the 5th seed. But, yeah. Now I play the Bears, the same team we lost to in the NFC Championship last year, but it looks like they're not doing so well this year. They're 4-7, and we don't get our revenge. We lose to them by 14 points, and we are now firmly in second place in the division. The Commanders are 6-6, so they're kind of creeping a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about them. We're in the middle of a bye week this week, so unless we start losing a bunch of games in a row, I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. Playing the Panthers this week, they actually are 9-4, and they're actually leading the NFC South, so it looks like they finally turned the corner. Don't know if Bryce Young's still their quarterback, but it looks like they've turned the corner and gotten better. And we lose to them by 3. So right now we are 8-6. We are in the 7th spot, which means we are the last seed in the wild card round, which to me, it is what it is. We may just have to barely scrape by to get in the playoffs this year. Dak has thrown 33 TDs, 10 interceptions, so he's having another good season. Running-wise, we have over 700 yards on the ground with Genie. We have 7 touchdowns rushing with Dak. Johnson hasn't had a productive season as last year with only 1 touchdown. He was injured early in the year. And it looks like their leading receiver this year is actually Chris Lewis with 887 yards and 15 touchdowns. So he is having a breakout season. Lamb has 841, but he only has 7 TDs. Sturdivant has been banged up a little bit, so he only has 2 touchdowns, and Ferguson has 5 of them. So once again, a different receiver is leading us this year in the pack, and it's not Lamb. So kind of interesting that every year it seems like CD is not the leading receiver for us. It's a little bit strange, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, the Giants are 4-10. This should be a game that we easily win. I would hope so. And we lost to the Giants. Oh, man. Something tells me we may be in trouble. We're the 9th seed right now, so we are now out of the playoff picture with 2 games left to go, and we have a new injury. So who is hurt? Jenkins is out for 2 weeks with broken ribs. Well, if we still got a shot at the playoffs, I'm not going to put him on IR just yet. But if we lose to the Bills this week, who are 12-3, I think that's trouble. We beat the Bills. We are in the 8th spot. So currently we are not in the playoff picture. But if we win, I got to look at the standings overall. Okay. So let's take a look at the standings in the NFC. Okay. So we are actually 1 game out of the 7th spot for Seattle, because they're in the 7th seed right now. So they lose and we win. We might be able to overtake them and make the postseason. If the Packers lose and the 49ers potentially lose too, if one of these 3 teams loses, we might be able to make the postseason. But they have to lose and we have to win. And we are playing the Saints this week on the road. They are 4-12. So this should be a game that we should be able to win, but your roster does not meet the minimum positional requirements. Sign the following players and try again. Strong safety. Okay, so do we have more injuries? 1 new injury. Oh, man, we got a bunch of guys hurt. Savage is out for 6 weeks with a dislocated ankle. Nathan Thomas is hurt. Patrick Jenkins is hurt. Shamar James is hurt. Lewis Smart is hurt. So both of our strong safeties are out for the game. So that's infuriating. So we're going to have to go into this game with both of our best safeties hurt. So we're just going to have to sign somebody. We're going to bring in Taylor Rapp to play. Put your team over the salary cap. Gosh. So we're going to have to cut somebody so we can make. Well, we were going to have to anyway. So, oh man. All right. Well, let's see what we can do here. Releasing him will free 0 in cap room. What about Lane? Can we get rid of him? He'll incur a penalty. Okay, so I don't want to do that. About Yates. Can we get rid of him and not get a penalty? But it'll free $0 in cap room. Stooks. Okay, that'll free up some room. Okay, so can we sign Rapp now? I don't want to do that. They're free agents. Okay, can we sign Rapp now? Over the cap, you must clear $70K before signing. Okay, all right. Well, let's keep trying to get smaller here. Do we have anybody on the practice squad who's a strong safety who we could bring up? No, we don't. We don't have anybody on the practice squad who's a strong safety. All right. I have to release White. All right, let's see if this helps at all. I hate that we got to make our roster thinner just so we can bring on a random free agent, strong safety to help out for what could be the rest of the season. Is this enough to sign Rapp? All right, good. We barely were able to sign Rapp, but we got him. Okay. Let me change his number to 32 because I believe that was the number that he normally wears. So let's go ahead and change his number to 32. And he's basically going to be our strong safety for potentially the rest of the season. Because I think both of our strong safeties, I should say, are out. Smart is also banged up. Let me look at the injury report again and see how long Smart is out. Because if he's only out for this week and we make the playoffs, then he'd come back. All right, so he'll just miss this last game against the Saints. Everybody else is only going to miss 1 week. Shamar James will be back if we make the playoffs for next week. But Savage is potentially, I don't even know if he'll be back for the Super Bowl. So you know what? Because he probably won't be back for the Super Bowl, even if we make it all the way, we're gonna put him on IR. We're gonna put him on IR then. So we're gonna do that. Because even if we get to the Super Bowl, I don't think he'll be ready in time to play that game. So it is what it is. All right. Well, here's another ultimate test. Not just with a couple of things. We're trying to get to the playoffs, and I'm tired of Madden not allowing me to play my starters. So I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe because we are not a overpowered team this year. Maybe they'll let us play with our regular guys, but we'll see.
And we'll be watching Jake Ferguson. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Cowboys and the Saints.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we got a third.
All right, Lamb and everybody are in. Okay, all right. Something tells me that the game is going to get right today. And CD, that was almost a pick. First play, almost a pick. Saints score. All right, our starters are still in there, so they haven't taken them out. 7-0 game right now. CD. Come on, CD. I need you to make that catch, man. It's fourth down. We can still take a 53-yard field goal. Come on. Aubrey is true with the field goal, so we make it 7-3. We narrow the gap to 4 here in the first quarter. Second down and 4. I feel like we can run. All right, I need to check something. Is Genie hurt? Is he out? Okay, no, he is not injured. What is going on? Maybe it's because this is a different kind of play here, but still. Johnson gets the first down up the middle. So now they took CD out. They're still doing the cheese. EA Sports is still doing the cheese to me, guys. But we get a touchdown. But still, it's like y'all are taking our star players out of the game for no reason. And look at this. Defense, the same deal.
In the second quarter.
Play a game.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Lightning Gamer 10. Hi, what's up? How you doing? Come on, get there.
Looking underneath and finding Hubbard.
Stopped him on third down. Awesome.
Time winding down here in this first half
Slant.
as we get you back out to the action. Throwing. Prescott.
Ah. Blocking. Or down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Third.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott.
I can't do anything with these backup players. Like, I don't know why EA is doing this to me. Like, they're not letting me put in my starters on offense. Regular season, finale, playoffs, it doesn't matter. They just don't want me to be able to rebuild this Cowboys team into a Super Bowl champion. I may just have to give up on this rebuild and maybe start something over again and maybe just... I don't know how I'm going to fix this, like, broken system.
Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. Flush to his right.
Tried to just get the first down with Dak, but I couldn't do it. We're still up 10-7. We're running out of chances to put this game away.
This offense is now in the red zone, but they're also now facing a fourth down situation.
Giddens picks up the first down.
As he takes this one down to the 15. Looking to throw. Prescott.
All right, over the middle. There's Lane. Touchdown. That should ice it. Saints haven't been able to keep up with us. They're a pretty bad team anyway. This is 4th and 2 for them. This is it for them. This is their last opportunity.
Staying out there on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he's got the first before he's brought down.
Picked up the first. They kicked the field goal. We have the ball with 2:44 left. We're up by 7. All we have to do is hold on to the ball, run the clock out, and we will win this game, possibly get into the postseason. But we got to hope that all the other teams lost, because I don't know if us winning this game guarantees us a playoff spot. Straight up. I don't think it guarantees a spot for us, but we will see. But Johnson with some good running. And we got the 2-minute warning now. Here we go, Johnson. Break that. There we go. First down.
And that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
They got one timeout left.
Through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll run it here. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Here's 3rd and 9. Prescott.
Take that play, Luke. Probably should just run it. Could have taken off more of the clock. Instead of punting away.
Just like that one we saw there.
And he goes into the end zone. So the Saints do still have an opportunity to tie this game up. What we got to do is stop it one more time on defense, and we win.
Set to take over once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders and receiving
Galati.
Oh, he's right there in the mix.
Oh my God, are you?
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
They're going to tie this game up.
And he's got this down almost to the 20.
There's no way they.
Before he's dropped. They'll look to throw.
Nope.
And this one is incomplete.
All right, good. Now we got a chance to change up our
They'll try
defense.
again here. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw.
Touchdown, overtime, potentially. So they do tie it. We have 35 seconds left. We would just need a field goal to win. Just need one big play. And just get over with. Lewis. God, I can't do anything with these backups receivers having to play this game for the most part. Still want to take a few shots, Coach. Let's take a few more shots, okay?
Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball that arrives.
Let's go, Lewis. Thank you. Time out.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now Prescott.
Oh, Huffman, go! Huffman, their backup tight end, runs into the end zone. Touchdown. Woo! With 6 seconds to go. Wow, what a throw by Dak in the clutch. I was just trying to get a field goal, and instead he throws a dime down the seam. Going to walk away with a win here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Incomplete. We win. Game over. Don't know if we make the playoffs because of this win. We're going to have to wait and see afterwards, but we do get a win to end the season. And I think we're going to finish the season, I think maybe 10-7, something like that. I don't know if that's good enough to make the playoffs. We will see. And we do make the playoffs as a wild card team at 10-7. And we got to once again play those Green Bay Packers. Whether we play with our starters or not, let's try to go out there and get it done. Got to go up to Lambeau Field to do this one. See if we can get our revenge. Backups or starters, doesn't matter. Take the players we have and try to go win.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports.
I'm tired of losing to these guys. I'm so tired of losing to these guys. It ain't even funny.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Real Ferguson.
By Jake Ferguson. And this
Another
is
first
now
down,
all the
first
way
and
to the
goal
3.
set up for us.
That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
We're going to have that guy here with Johnson. Here we go.
They'll try and punch
Johnson
it in.
powers his way
Reaches
in.
the end
7.
zone. Touchdown down.
Or 6. Extra point makes it 7. The Packers are going to drive the ball on us pretty well. I'm expecting that. Here they go.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Love out of the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him. Shotgun now for Love. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs.
Nope.
Push it across. They make
Good
the
defense
stand.
right there.
Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jacobs.
There we go. Get him down.
Stop, right
Nice defensive play.
Back-to-back reps from this defense.
That's the end of the first quarter. We are up 7-0 on the Packers, but they are on the verge of scoring here, so got to tighten up here.
Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. Love now on 3rd and goal.
And they're in. Packers get on the board to tie this thing up. Got a 2nd down and 5 here.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Blown back.
Good blocking. There we go. All right, inches short, but that's fine.
After gaining a handful. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard.
Come on, Johnson. This up. There we go.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Dak now from the gun.
On Huffman.
Cut near the goal line.
All right, caught it at a 3-yard line.
Nearly got to the end zone there. It's 2nd
If Dak Prescott can pull off a playoff win against these guys with the backups, I think that's a feat that nobody thought they would see. And Giddens gets into the end zone. Touchdown. Packers got a touchdown to tie things up. Here they come again. Got the ball inside the 20. 2nd down and 6. It's the 3rd quarter. See if they can make a stop here. We cannot, but we get Jacobs down before he gets the lead. Small victories are small victories.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. This is Jacobs.
Oh, get him down. There we go. Way to go, Coburn. Nice play. Hey, it moves 1 yard there.
They stick with Jacobs.
Oh, come on. Get him down. There we go. Okay, now it's 3rd down. If we can force a field goal here, that would be a win.
About 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Love from the gun.
Well, way off. Throws it, it's incomplete. Now they kick a field goal. Good stop. Good hold by the defense. Good hold there.
And it is good.
All right.
No problem.
So we forced the field goal. We're only down by 3. Still got a chance here. Oh, it looks like we didn't do anything on offense, and here come the Packers again. They score here. I think we're in trouble.
For an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
It's 4th quarter too, so. And he's in. And now they're up by 10 points, so we got to score quickly, like right now. It's 4th and 5.
he goes. Gotta have this on
In a way, essentially the game. Come on, there you go.
Complete
First,
to the right.
there we go.
And he goes
Keep the
out.
game alive, just barely. It's still alive. Hold up. I used to have that same glitch with the starters in Madden 24. Maybe you could try and put your starters as backups and outsmart the glitch so they can play. Okay. All right. Lightning Gamer 10. If this works, you are the best. Okay, well, he's out. So let's go ahead and put... Okay, so Sturdivant. Let's put Lamb at the bottom. Actually, okay, let's try this. Shamar James is better than him, so I'm going to leave him in. Well, okay. Okay. Okay, let's try this and see if it works.
Good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Another throw for Prescott.
Here we go, first down.
Has him on the quick
Here we go,
hitter.
Swinson. Okay,
He'll go down. Looks like
see
they're
this works.
marking him at the 11.
All right, 2-minute warning, fourth quarter.
Here from Green Bay. Cowboys gotta score in a hurry. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Let's keep trying. Let's find what works. Okay. So, there's Lane, there's that. Okay. Put CeeDee Lamb at the bottom. Let's see if this works. It's still, I gotta find a way to come back in this game too at the same time.
On the move, headed right.
And I almost threw a
That one's
pick.
incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
No sign of CD. I can't outsmart the glitch, Lightning Gamer. I appreciate the tip, though. Thank you so much for trying to help me out. But I think this glitch is just an infinite glitch right now. And it's been happening in the last 3 postseasons that I've had with this team.
Leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is a terrible glitch.
Throwing now.
It's an awful glitch. Like, it is basically preventing me from winning in the postseason and completing this rebuild. But we get a touchdown. We're still alive. We're down by 3 still. It's 144. Okay, so they're actually going to be running this thing. We have 3 timeouts left, so maybe we can force a stop. Looks like our backups are still in there on defense as well, so we didn't...
He's got room to roam here. He's at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. It began at the 30.
All right,
and has
guys.
now jumped to 1st and 10 all
After
the
this
way down
loss,
inside
I'm
the
giving
red
up on the
zone.
Cowboys rebuild because
Going with Jacobs.
every time I jump in to try to play a game and don't sim it, this glitch prevents me from putting in my starters. It is getting so annoying that I can't do it. I just feel like that somehow this thing got glitched when I first started this, because one of the things I know is that this year, that when I started up this franchise again, there was a patch that was added. So maybe that had an effect on my file or something like that, even though it was an offline file, and maybe that's the reason that this happened. So I don't know why And I know I'm talking more about that as opposed to the fact that I'm about to lose once again to Green Bay in the postseason. But it is what it is. At least they're taking a knee and showing good sportsmanship, but it is what it is. But, Lightning Gamer, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the advice. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the help. I love it when my viewers and subscribers try to help me out. I do appreciate that because this is something that I've never experienced in Madden before. This is next gen, so maybe it's something that is just not able to be patched or fixed or something like that. Now, I'm going to see about, because like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing also getting back into my Cleveland Browns rebuild live stream as well. I want to see if that's also glitched in that franchise mode as well. So that's what I'm planning on doing. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and basically get out of this, and I'm going to basically end this rebuild because it just glitched and I can't do anything to fix it. I'm here to help. Hope you can get it fixed. Yeah, hope I was hoping so too, Lightning Gamer. But I just feel like that because this has happened the last 3 postseasons in a row, and also anytime I try to jump in and play with the team, other than Dak and the offensive line, all the skill position on offense are substituted out, and I can't do anything to fix it. Okay, so listen. All right, so I'm going to try to do a Dallas Cowboys rebuild again at some point down the road. It may be a deal where I kind of maybe mix in a rebuild potentially without maybe Dak Prescott, or maybe try to mix it up a little bit, because I've done that before in Madden 24 where I got rid of Dak after the first year and tried to see if we could win a Super Bowl without him. And I may do that again, but y'all wait and see and find out. So I hate to say that the Cowboys rebuild has ended, but 4 straight seasons of the postseason where we had really good records and we get glitched out and I can't get it fixed. I can't figure out a way to fix it, at least on next gen. If somebody else, Lightning Gamer, if you know somebody else who's had this problem, let them send a tip to me. So maybe when I try the rebuild again, it doesn't happen. So anyway, that's done. Cowboys rebuild unable to be completed, similar to some of the things I've experienced in rebuilds before. But let's jump back into the Cleveland Browns rebuild, because with this one, I do know that when I played the regular season finale in year 1 against the Ravens, there wasn't any issues there. Okay, so here we are with the Cleveland Browns rebuild now. Let's jump back into this one, because the title said I was going to jump back to my Cleveland Browns rebuild as well. So here we go. We're getting ready for year 2, and we have got a very interesting Cleveland Browns setup here. We got Quinn Ewers as our new starting quarterback. We managed to trade Deshaun Watson away to the Arizona Cardinals. It took a while for me to do it. I wasn't able to complete a trade until before we started year 2, because I think that's when the cap number went down a little bit, and I was able to get him off the roster. So fortunately, we don't have to deal with Deshaun Watson's huge contract, so we can actually fully rebuild the Browns. And we're going to start with Quinn Ewers as our rookie quarterback. He was the highest-rated quarterback that was scouted based on the rosters this year. So he's going to be our new starting quarterback. Starting out with a 75 overall as a rookie, the first overall pick. Pretty solid. We got Mike White backing him up at 67 overall. And we still have DTR backing these guys up at 63 overall. Nick Chubb is back fresh off of injury. He's playing this year on the franchise tag. I'm hoping that I can keep him. I'm hoping that I can sign him to a multi-year contract, because I don't want to have a 93 overall running back hit the open market. So I want to keep him on the roster. But we still have Jerome Ford as our backup. We still have Knight. We have Sir Roderick Thompson, Texas Tech legend. Being a Red Raider myself, I'm familiar with him. We have a new starting fullback in Andrew Beck, 72 overall. We really didn't go ham in free agency this offseason because we didn't have a whole lot of money. We still have Jerry Jeudy. We did sign Mecole Hardman to be our other receiver at 79 overall, so that's pretty good. We got Richie James back after we signed him last year before the season, and he actually was our best receiver, so I decided to keep him around for at least one more year. We've got Barry Brown, who we drafted out of Kentucky. Solid young receiver at 74 overall, and I think he was like a 3rd or 4th round pick. So 74 starting out as a rookie in the 3rd, 4th round, late rounds, that's pretty good value if you ask me. And we have a Jamari Thrash as well. We've got Cedric Tillman, and that's our receiving core for year 2. We still have Njoku, 90 overall. Hines is going to back him up. And our long snapper, a.k.a. other tight end, Rex Suihara, is going to be our third-string tight end, even though he's probably not going to play. Let me auto-reorder the depth chart here, actually. So we have Conklin is there, but I want Leo to be there. And where's our other left tackle? Is he out for some reason? No, okay, so we got Rivers, who's our rookie we drafted. We have Charles Leo Jr. there. Left guard, I want Gray to be the backup for Joel. Center is looking good. Right guard, we've got Wyatt Teller and Jaden Roberts. Jones, and then we've got... Oh, okay, so wait, Conklin. Yeah, Conklin is going to start. Jones is going to back him up. That's what I want over there. Zadarius Smith is still here. We still have him. We got Myles Garrett, 97 overall. It looks like he's regressed a little bit, but by 1 point. But maybe he'll get back up to like the 99 club in the middle of the season. Isaiah McGuire is going to back him up, and we still got Alex Wright, who's coming off of an injury as well, so we got more depth there. We're going to go with Mike Hall Jr. as our starting defensive tackle. We've got David Tomlinson, and we got Shelby Harris, left outside linebacker. Let's actually put Abdul Carter in there as the starter. I want him as the starter, and I want Justin Houston, one of the free agent signings we had to back up Carter. Abdul Carter is somebody that I'm kind of high on, rookie out of Penn State. I think we took him in like the third or fourth round. He wears number 11 just like Micah Parsons. I'm expecting similar traits out of him. So he's going to be our starting left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker is going to be Jordan Hicks, although this may be one of his last years, seeing as though he's been in the league for 10 years now. Got Kalen DeLoach as the backup, and we got Mohammed as the third string middle linebacker. Let's change this up to have Wosu as the backup there. Let's put Ngakwe as the backup right there. And corner-wise, we're looking actually pretty good. We got Denzel Ward, we got Greg Newsome, and we got Martin Emerson Jr. We got two guys in the 80s and a guy in the 90s. So our corner room is actually looking pretty solid. If we can acquire another corner in the 80s, our secondary, at least cornerback-wise, will be able to lock guys down. And free safety, we got Juan Thornhill, and we've got Ronnie Hickman here. We still have Delpit, who's coming off of an injury from last season, 81 overall. And we signed Chuck Clark, another one of our kind of low-tier free agency signings to back him up. Kicker is Dustin Hopkins, and the punter is Bergerquez. Let me see about our kick returner here. Barry and Brown's got a 96 on kick return. We're definitely going to use him. And 95 on the punt return. I don't know if I want to use the same guy to return punts. Let's go with Lacey, our other rookie receiver we drafted. Well, let's go with him. Let's go with or a long snapper. Let's make that. Where's Rex? There we go. He's the long snapper anyway, so I'm going to go with that. All right, third down back or power back. That's looking pretty good. Slot receiver, let's keep Richie James in there. Got right in. That's Darius Smith. Tomlinson there. Wosu's going to be sub. Slot corner is going to be Emerson. Practice squad, we don't have that determined yet because we haven't done any preseason games. Okay, so I got the depth chart the way that I want it. We got 60 guys. Let me take a look at free agency and see who's out here, if there's anybody who can help us out in year one. I doubt there really is. We could get one of these running backs, James Conner or Madison, but I don't think that would really help us out too much. Rico Dowdle actually is out there. Jordan Poyer's out here. Thielen is not retired yet. I'm surprised he's out here just chilling. Yeah, I don't know about that. Eric Kendricks might not be a bad ad for middle linebacker for us, but I think we're pretty good there, so don't really think I need any extra. You know what? Let's bring on Rico Dowdle as another backup running back if we can afford to sign him for 1 year. Give us some more backup. Give us some more stability. And he's also a scheme fit guy, so let's bring him in here and let's have him be our third stringer. Yeah, he'll be our third string running back behind Ford. We have Knight and we got Sir Roderick Thompson. So Dowdle's going to come in here. Let me check out our middle linebacker rating again because. Oh, Jordan Hicks is actually a 74. Okay, so Kendricks is actually a 76. So I'm actually going to bring him in instead. Look at me, a Cowboys fan bringing in former Cowboys to help out this team. But, hey, whatever. So we're going to sign Eric Kendricks as another middle linebacker. He's rated better than what we have, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I don't really think there's any other positions we can make better instantly through free agency. So I think we're just going to rock with it the way that it is. Kendricks, Hicks. As a matter of fact, because we've signed Jordan Kendricks, is Jordan Hicks somebody that maybe we could potentially look to trade? He'll incur a penalty, so I don't want to do that. Let me see if I can actually trade away Hicks for maybe like a pick or something. Who's somebody who needs like a veteran middle linebacker? Well, the Eagles need a middle linebacker. Well, Jordan Hicks used to be an Eagle, so this would be a reunion for him. They take a 4th-round pick straight up for him. All right, cool. So we were able to get a pick out of trading away Jordan Hicks. So now we've got Eric Kendricks as our starting middle linebacker now. It's an improvement from what we had. Got him in here on a 1-year deal, so we improved instantly there. I think Kendricks was number 55. I think our center's wearing that. So he's going to wear 53 this season. Pretty good there. So we're better. I still think I think I'm still going to go with Abdul Carter as our starter at left outside linebacker. I think there's some guys out there in free agency that would be a little bit of an improvement, but I don't think they would be too much of an improvement. Let me take another glance at free agency and see who's out here. If there's any like defensive tackles who may be able to help us out. No, there's really not anybody. Hurst could be a decent backup player, but I don't think that's worth it. Nobody's better than what we have. I mean, Abaya, let's actually bring in Abaya because he fits our scheme as a veteran mentor to help out Abdul a little bit. I'm not expecting him to start over him or anything like that, but I am expecting him to kind of be maybe a little bit of a mentor for him. And also, we just need some veteran leadership there. Maybe not leadership, but just some veteran presence to help out. To help Abdul out a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and change this up. Let's go ahead and put him actually as the backup. Let's put Houston in there as the 3rd stringer. Okay, so did this get rearranged because of the moves that we did? Okay, it did. So, all right, so I got to change this up again. Okay, so Conklin obviously unfortunately is starting at left tackle, which I don't want. So let's get Leo Jr. over there. I want to put Rivers in there. Gray. Conklin at right tackle. Abdul Carter's going to start. Abaya is going to be the backup to him. So we've improved our linebacking core a little bit with Eric Kendricks being our new starter because he was rated higher as a free agent coming in. And the rest of the guys we've kind of brought in as veterans to help out in terms of mentorship. Free safety, I don't really think there's anything better out there in free agency. I don't know about receivers. I mean, we could go out and get another receiver, but I don't really think there's anybody out there that can really be a big boost for us. So I think that's what we're going to go with in terms of like our free agent moves before the preseason begins, and we're just going to rock out with that. All right. Playing the Bears to start out preseason. And Quinn Ewers gets his first win, albeit in the preseason. So yeah. And by the way, we actually changed up our head coach. We didn't change our coordinators. But we now have Mike Tomlin as our new head coach. We still have Houston, and we still have Hudson, and we still have Morton as our assistant coaches. But Mike Tomlin is our new head coach. Hopefully bringing a defensive-minded guy can help out a little bit, even though I think defensively we're pretty good, and we could use more of a shot in the arm on offense. But, we've upgraded our offense, in my opinion. We've got a better quarterback already than what we had last year, so I think we've improved there already. So that's good. And we won our first 2 preseason games, and we beat the Giants. So we go undefeated in preseason. Let's go ahead and manage our staff here. Let's kind of give some upgrades. Kind of want to give more upgrades to our coordinators because they're rated lower. So don't have enough to spend anywhere else. So I think we're just going to go ahead and kind of let that go. Upgrade Hudson a little bit. And we got to cut 9 players before we start the regular season. So let's do that. All right. I want to keep all 3 quarterbacks active. As far as running backs, we cut Knight. Let's go ahead and cut him because we have Rico Dowdle now as our 3rd stringer. I'm going to put Sir Roderick Thompson on practice squad. Hopefully nobody picks him up. Receiving-wise, I don't want to risk putting Lacey on practice squad and somebody picks him up. I'd rather risk putting Tillman there as opposed to him. Maybe even Thrash, but none of these guys, I don't want to risk that. So Hines is our backup tight end. We really don't have a good backup tight end. That's probably another free agent acquisition we could use, to tell you the truth. We don't really have a good backup tight end. Randolph. William, what's up? How you doing? Kendall Randolph, we're going to go ahead and cut him. This guy is terrible. I'm not going to keep him around. Centers, we're good there. Right guards, we got a bunch of right guards. I'm going to cut Hines. Another Hines? Okay, how many Hineses do we have on this team? Jaden Roberts, but he's our rookie that we drafted, so I'm not going to – I don't want to risk putting him on practice squad and somebody picks him up because that will happen with rookies more often than not in this game. Elijah Roberts, the same deal, rookie we drafted, but Alex Wright, I think I can afford – but that'll incur a penalty. What about McGuire? Can we cut him and not have a cap penalty? Friend request on PS5. Yes. If you want to add me, I will post in the chat my gamer tag on PS5, William. I believe this is correct. I believe this is my gamer tag. So hold up. Let me exit out of Madden really quick and just make sure. Okay. Profile. Let me just make sure I'm giving you the right one. Okay. It is. Okay, that's the one. Okay. All right. I got it. Okay. All right. Back now. All right. Okay. That is my tag, gamer tag. William, if you want to add me, go ahead. Feel free to, man. Greatly appreciate the support on the channel. A lot. Can I? Okay, I'll just put McGuire on practice squad then. Defensive tackle-wise, let's put... We have 3 defensive tackles active, so I don't want to put anyone on practice squad. Justin Houston, I know we signed you in free agency, but we've already gotten better. Oh, well, that will incur a penalty, so I don't want to do that. Okay. Mohammed, can we... Let's move you to practice squad. We got 2 more players. We probably have a lot of corners. I'm going to put Harden on practice squad. Mitchell, I'm going to put you on practice squad as well, and that's what we're going to go with. All right. So let's advance to the regular season and get ready for year 2 of the Cleveland Browns. All right. I'm going to get another vitamin water really quick, so I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Okay. Get any vitamin water. Okay. Awesome. I'll review the request after I'm done streaming, William. Appreciate it very much. Appreciate that very much. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We are in the okay. So let's get the draft class in here. Let's get the we need the 2026 draft, I believe. So T.J. Parker, got more Francis Marvin Jones Jr. Yeah, these are all the correct guys. All right, cool. So we're starting out the 2025 season, of course. Got the 2026 accurate rookies in here. All right. Yeah, sure. All right. So let's simulate to the middle of the season and see where we're at with the Cleveland Browns in year 2. Hoping for a good year. Better year. Well, we're starting out the year 2-4, but honestly, considering where we were last year, that's better. It really is at this point of the year. Because by this point of the year last year, we had only won 1 game, and this year we've won 2. So we're already on the uphill. We're already scaling up a little bit more. Let's take a look at the stats at the middle of the season. I want to see how Ewers is doing. So Ewers hasn't really been too spectacular, but hey, he's only a rookie and like 75 overall. He's thrown for 1,200 yards. He has 9 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. The running game with Nick Chubb re-emerging himself in the offense has gotten better. 3 touchdowns. He's got 448 yards. Jerome Ford has 116 of them, 3 touchdowns, and Quinn Ewers has a rushing touchdown. Receiving core, looks like Mecole Hardman is leading the pack, but him, Judy, and James each have 3 touchdowns between them. Surprisingly, Njoku doesn't have a touchdown catch this year, and these guys have over 300 yards receiving, so at least our top 2 receivers have the best stats, so that's a little positive. So that's good to see. And then again, I still believe that, Judy is a solid receiver, but he's no, superstar, so I feel like if we get our young quarterback Ewers a good, real, Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver, maybe make a big trade for somebody like a Hopkins or a Devontae Adams or somebody like that in the future. Who knows? That could really be a big boost for us, but we'll see. Anyway, let's check out the negotiating screen and see where we're at. This year we're not in the negative, so we actually do have the ability to do negotiations. And Nick Chubb's interest is up there in terms of re-signing. I think also bringing in Mike Tomlin as our new head coach helped out a lot. And Nick Chubb is happy to sign, and it only took $10 million off. So, Njoku, I want to keep you here as well. That's 4 years is a long time, but if that's what he wants, we'll do it. Newsome is not actually really interested, but Emerson isn't either. I would keep Newsome over Emerson. We'll come back to that, wait on it, and see if we can get better. Teller, I think, is definitely worth keeping. 2 more years. Excited to sign. Okay, cool. Ford, I think I'm going to let walk because we've got Nick Chubb now locked in for a longer deal. Maybe I could bring back Rico Dowdle to be our new backup running back. Thornhill is tempting to bring back, but I think we can get better at free safety in the offseason. I think Joel has run his course with us. Being able to keep him here for 1 year was tough in of itself. These guys are all really backups that we signed for 1 year anyway. I think Zadarius Smith, we're just going to have to let him walk. We're going to have to probably just get a new center, just upgrade our center anyway. We kind of need to upgrade that position anyway. And I think all these guys I'm going to let walk. They were all kind of 1 year deal veterans that we signed. Fullback as well. So I think we're just going to change that up. So yeah. All right then. So let's go ahead and get ready for our next game against the Bengals on the road, playing the 4-2 squad. I see your comments and everything, William. That's fine. If you want to play me, that's fine. We can do it. We can do it some other time when I'm not recording a offline franchise. So yeah, but we can do it if you want. All right. Who are we playing this week? We got the Titans this week, 3-5. And we lost this game too by 6. So we're still really struggling here. 2-6 is still not good. Let's go ahead and see what the media question is. It's not there's going to be changes. Can't say anything about playoffs or Super Bowl, so, we're not going to blow smoke up their rear ends or anything like that. Well, the Bears are 2-7. They're about as bad as we are record-wise, so hopefully we can get a win this week. And we get a win. Finally, we bounce back. So we've already improved in year 2 from year 1. We've won one more game than we did last year, which is only one game by a win. So we've improved by one win so far. But hey, it's better. And I think this team is better overall-wise than what we were last year. And like I said, better quarterback. We have a little bit better we're a little bit better, of course, on offense with Nick Chubb coming back from injury. And he's happy again to be a Brown. So I think his morale has gone up, which is huge. And he'll be hopefully the guy that we can keep in the future, and we can continue to build around him, as well as our rookie quarterback. And we've gone on a little bit of a winning streak here. We beat the Cardinals by 18 points, so we're starting to get a little bit of momentum and feel good about ourselves. Weekly awards. Looks like Myles Garrett won AFC Defensive Player of the Week with 8 tackles and 3 sacks. Had a field day. Nice job, Myles. All right, so we got the Jets this week. Playing on the road in New York. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is still there. And we beat the Jets by 6 on the road. Big win. All right, so now we're really starting to get some momentum. We're only one game below 500 now. Unfortunately, we have a new injury, so who's hurt? Well, Richie James is out with a partial PCL tear. We still have the rest of the season to go. We're not going to make the playoffs. I don't expect it, but Richie James will probably be back in time for the last game of the regular season. So I'm not going to put him on IR just yet. Let's take a look at the. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Let's go and look at the. I want to look at the playoff picture actually. Oh, okay, yeah, we're in the standings. Okay. Well, we're at the bottom of the AFC North. We're in the 12th seed right now in the AFC. So I'm not even going to look at the playoff picture because there's no way we're making the playoffs based on where we are right now. The Steelers and the Bengals are both 7-4. I mean, if they lose a bunch of games and maybe we win a bunch of games in a row, that's a possibility. But, things aren't looking too positive right now on that front. So it is what it is. I mean, like I said, year 2, we're just looking for an upswing. We got a rookie quarterback in there. We've got a lot of young players around him. We're trying to build around him. So, we've got plenty of work to do. Well, our win streak comes to an end against the rival Bengals, and we're still trying to win the AFC North games. And now we play the Patriots, who were 6-6, so they're actually a little bit better in year 2 than they were in year 1. We're still at the bottom of the AFC North like we were last year, but we're not as bad as we were last year. So at least we may still be basement dwellers, but we're not like 2-win basement dwellers this year. But maybe we can get back on the winning ways against the Patriots. Let's see. Well, we don't. We lose by 3. At least we're in more of these games because last year we really weren't in any of the games that we played. Thrash is going to be off one with a torn labrum, and James has a partial PCL tear still, so he's going to miss the next 4 weeks. So he'll miss this game, the following game. Actually, he may miss the rest of the season. He may miss it. Let's see how things are looking before we play our final game of the regular season, and I'll see what I want to do with him. All right. The Raiders are 1-12, so they're now the worst team in the AFC and probably the worst in the league. Their rating is not that bad. They're rated better than us, but play them at home. We shouldn't lose this game because I don't want to lose to a 1-win team. And unfortunately, that's what we do. So we took, it's a 3 steps forward, 1 step back kind of deal. And that's kind of an embarrassing loss when we think we're moving forward. So we lose to them. Now we play the Dolphins this week. And we beat those guys and get back on track. So now we're 6-9. We have 2 more games left. Let me take a look at the injury report and see if Richie James is getting ready to come back yet or not. He's going to miss the next 2 weeks, so I'm actually going to go ahead and put him on IR. I don't think he'll be ready to go. Looks like he unfortunately just won't be ready to go for the last game of the season, so I'm going to go ahead and put him on IR. I'm not going to bring in another receiver because I'm okay with the guys that we have. It'll just give a chance for some of the young guys to play. And, we're still building something. So we're going to give Barry and Brown more touches this week as our third receiver. We're going to have Thrash in there more. And Lacey's going to get more playing time this week as well. We're going to give some of the young receivers a chance to play in him and Lacey. So that's what we're going to go with for the last couple of games of the season. Ravens were on the road this week. They're 7-8, so they're not as good as they were last year. They're still rated better than us in every aspect, but let's see if we can get an upset win this week. We embarrassed ourselves last year in Baltimore, so maybe we can get revenge. Well, we don't. We embarrass ourselves again and we lose by 22 points. And we have a new injury to go along with it. Hines, our backup tight end, has knee cartilage tear. I'm going to put him on IR, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to sign a tight end to play the last game of the regular season. Because right now all we have is Njoku, and our backup tight end is our long snapper, and I don't want to roll with that. I want to go ahead and get a decent tight end to be our backup tight end for this game, even though it's for one game. Let's bring in Pharaoh Brown, 70 overall. I know he wasn't the highest rated guy, but I'm just going to bring him in as a backup tight end to help out. So let me see what that does to our depth chart now. So Njoku, we got Brown as the backup. So that's the way we're going to do that. Okay. All right. So we're playing our last game of the regular season. We're going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. I'm going to play this one. Hopefully I do better than I did the last time I played with the Browns to end the year last year, where we didn't even get to, where we couldn't even get to, didn't even do anything. Thank you. Alternate pants. Let's wear the orange pants. Let's mix it up a little bit with the uniform. All right.
It's week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see.
Doesn't look like the Steelers are in the playoff picture by any stretch. So this could be a chance to. So this game really isn't too significant in terms of how big it is or anything like that. But it's still a rivalry game. It's still a divisional game to end the year. And we're just trying to get our 6th win. Fortunately, in year 2, we have improved dramatically. Most of that has probably been with the play of our rookie quarterback, as well as the fact that Nick Chubb is back and fully healthy. And he hasn't been hurt this season, so that's been a big boost for us to help us out a lot. So here we go. And everybody is out here, so there's no glitch like there was in the Cowboys rebuild. So things are looking better. We got Nick Chubb out here. First chance to play with him in this rebuild. Breaking tackles, rolls forward, and so we fumbled it, but we got it. Okay, all right then. That was weird. Okay, I don't know what this was here, so. All right, let's run at Ewers. And Ewers runs it into the end zone. He did the fake spike. I didn't mean to call the fake spike there. I don't know what that was, but Ewers gets it into the end zone for 6. It's a broken play. I just need to do something. We've got Jerome Ford in the backfield here. All right, Ford up the middle, gains 3 yards. Not bad.
He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw.
There's Brown, another one of our rookies, and Brown dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Let's go. Young players, young rookies making plays. That's what we love to see in a rebuild. All right. Quinn Ewers is playing very well right now. Excited for the future with him as our quarterback. Come on, Za'Darius, get there. Oh, okay, but did Pickens get that first down? Okay, he did. It makes it a 1st and goal situation here.
They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Working out
Garrett.
it's Fields.
played a little off. Pickens tried to dive in, but we said no, sir. Abdul, our rookie linebacker, came up there and denied it. Great defensive play there. But they got the ball at the 1-yard line still. It's 2nd and goal. And Najee Harris punches it in, and the Steelers got this thing tied up with 4:30 to go in the second. It is what it is. We got a 3rd down and 5 here.
3rd and 5. Now they'll
All right, there's Brown again, the rookie. 1st down. Let's go. Nice play there. It's 3rd and inches. We got the 2-minute warning. We got this game tied up at 14. Let's see if we can get down this field and at least get a field goal and be up by 5 and be up going to the half. That's all I'm looking for here.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
And
that is
all right, 4th and inches. Are they going to let's go for it? Nah. Okay. All right, they are. Okay, 4th and inches. Let's run this football. Let's pick this up. We have 3 timeouts left. Come on, Nick Chubb. This is where we need you. This is where we need you to play well. And look at that. Nick Chubb, big opening, 1st down. All right, let's go with a no huddle here if we can.
Pick up the Browns' 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
All right, there we go, Nick Chubb. Nice catch out of the backfield.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly.
Could have been better, of course, but still, it is what it is. Let's mix it up a little bit with the running play. Let's call a timeout. 51 seconds left. 3rd and 5.
Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half.
That was not a good decision there. Tried to hit Njoku, but I almost threw it to the linebacker. But Dustin Hopkins can kick the field goal. All right, hopefully we can hold on to this lead before halftime. We'll go up with the lead. Well, it's 3rd and 10. Steelers are trying to do something.
Here we go.
Backman rushing.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down.
We go make that tackle, Owosu. There we go. It's 4th down. They didn't kick the field goal as they were too far away. So now we're in the 3rd quarter. It's 3rd down and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Come on, Brown. Out route. Got it. 1st down. Let's go. 3rd and 1. Come on, let's pick this up.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb.
There we go. 1st down.
He's going to have a Browns 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Quick throw here is complete.
All right.
No chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on
Chubb.
the ground with
Chubb into the end zone for the touchdown. Let's go. We got a 10-point lead on him. Nice.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He gets that to Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Our offense is definitely playing better, compared to the struggles we had last year in that game that I played against the Ravens with Sean Watson. It's like night and day with Quinn Ewers, our quarterback. His accuracy is better. We also have a running game now with Nick Chubb being fully healthy. It's going to help us create that bounce tag, take the pressure off. And Nick Chubb is in there for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Let's go. Taking care of business. Steelers do have a chance for an onside kick here. All we got to do is recover it. And we do. And this game is over with. And we're going to beat the Steelers to end the regular season on a high note. So we are going to finish the season 7-10.
They're
Ewers
able to
played
finish
pretty
the
well
season
today.
in style
Offensively, Nick
as they
Chubb
get
had a big day on the ground with 2 rushing touchdowns. Defense played pretty well too. Overall, solid win to end the season, especially against our rivals in the Steelers. So we're going to finish the season 7-10. By far, massive improvement from year 1 to year 2. I can definitely tell that. But still, no playoffs, but hey, we still have a ways to go. We're just getting this team better in year 2 already. But still, we've seen a big improvement from year 1 to year 2 with 7 wins as opposed to 2 the previous season. Okay, so the playoffs for year 2 look like this. We got the Bengals against the Bills. We got the Jets against the Chargers and the Texans against the Broncos. The number 1 seed in the AFC is the Chiefs. The NFC's number 1 seed are the Bucks. We got the Vikings and the Packers, the Eagles and the Commanders, and the Niners and the Cowboys. So that's the way the playoffs are looking for year 2 of the Browns rebuild. And let's go ahead and see who goes all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm just going to simulate week by week until we get to Super Bowl week. And I'm also going to see if any of our Browns made the Pro Bowl. See if Nick Chubb made it. I don't know. But we will see. Let's check out the Pro Bowl roster, see if any of our Browns made it. No sign of Nick Chubb. What about any receivers? Okay, so Joel made it. Our left guard made the Pro Bowl this year. Well, since he made the Pro Bowl, pretty tempted now to give him a new contract. We may have to offer him a lot, but I think it's worth it. And Myles Garrett made the Pro Bowl for the 2nd year in a row with us as part of the rebuild. What about anybody else? Any linebackers? No linebackers made it. Yep. So we just had Myles Garrett and Joel Bitonio made it, and that is it. So let's take a look at the playoffs and see what happens. So the Bills went on the road and beat the Bengals. Then the Chargers beat the Jets on the road, and also the Texans beat the Broncos. So it's going to be Chiefs against the Bills, and the Bills finally get their revenge on the Chiefs, beating them in the road in Arrowhead. And the Chargers go on the road and beat the Texans. So it's Chargers-Bills in the AFC Championship, with the Chargers getting the win, and they are going to the Super Bowl for the first time in their history since 1994, I think, when they were the San Diego Chargers. So yeah, a long time coming for the Chargers. All right, on the NFC side, Packers went on the road and beat the Vikings. The Eagles beat the Commanders, and the Cowboys finally get their revenge on the 49ers in Santa Clara, and they beat them. And the Cowboys also beat the Eagles the next week. The Bucks beat the Packers, and the Bucks beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship. So it's Bucks Chargers in this year's Super Bowl. That's Super Bowl in year 2. Let's see who wins between the Bucks and the Chargers. And okay, it hasn't been played yet because this is Super Bowl week. Okay, so let's check out the yearly awards. Let's see if any of our Browns were in any recognition for any awards. So Mahomes won the MVP. Coach of the Year went to Kevin O'Connell of the Vikings. Offensive Player of the Year from the Offensive Player of the Year, nobody from the Browns. Rasheed Rice won that. Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns on the AFC side. Wait, can I take a look at the whole NFL? Oh, okay, I forgot. It only lets you go by conference. Okay, well, Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year from the AFC side. Don't know if that means he won Defensive Player of the Year overall. If he did, that would be pretty big. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Quinn Ewers finished 3rd. And also, Berrien Brown got some votes, 8th for Offensive Rookie of the Year. So not bad. Not bad performance from our rookies to start out their careers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody from the Browns. Best QB, no Quinn Ewers. Best running back, any sign of Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb finished 6th, so he kind of had a little bit of a comeback year. Good for him. Best receiver, nobody from the Browns. Best offensive lineman, Joel finished 3rd. No other Browns here. Best defensive lineman, of course, went to Myles Garrett. No other Browns here. Best linebacker. Oh, Jeremiah Owusu. He finished 8th in the running for that. Best DB, no sign of Denzel Ward. Best kicker, Dustin Hopkins actually finished 4th. Okay. That's that. So we'll see if Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year. He won Defensive Player of the Year from the AFC side, but I don't know if that's for the whole league or if that's just for the AFC. But we'll find out after the Super Bowl. Let's see who wins between the Chargers and the Bucs. All right, and it looks like that the winner was the Chargers. So the Chargers have won the Super Bowl for the first time in their history. And Defensive Player of the Year actually was Jack Campbell, middle linebacker from the Lions. I don't know if that's a rookie. I don't actually know who that is, to tell you the truth. So Myles Garrett did not win Defensive Player of the Year overall, but he won Defensive Player of the Year from the AFC side, so good enough for me. All right. So let's take a look at the retirements. I want to see who's retired. Looks like Khalil Mack's retired. Harrison Smith is also retired. Let's take a look and see if anybody from the Browns did retire. So we actually had a few guys. Eric Kendricks retired, Justin Houston retired, and so did Shelby Harris. Well, not surprised Houston retired. He was definitely a low-tier free agent by the time we signed him. We were just looking for some veteran leadership. We got it for a year, so these guys are deciding to retire. So we're definitely going to need to get a new middle linebacker in Eric Kendricks. I had a feeling he was only a one-year rental anyway, so yeah. But I think getting an extra pick in the trade that we did with trading away Jordan Hicks, I think was worth it because we can still upgrade our middle linebacker spot during the offseason. I'm pretty confident we can do that. All right, then. No staff moves this week. We're not going to make any coaching changes or anything like that, so let's go ahead and get to the final opportunity that we can negotiate contracts with players. And let me see who I still want to consider keeping. All right, so with Joel, we're going to have to offer him something pretty big. Let's see if we can offer him a player-friendly deal for 2 years. He's excited to sign that offer. Great. Leaves us with $14 million, though. So with that case, I'm going to see if we can keep Newsome. It's player-friendly. Let me see. Let's go with the neutral deal for 3 years. He probably will say no. Okay, he said yes. All right, great. Now, we can restructure some of these contracts, but I think that's it as far as who I want to bring back. I think that was really all I was looking at. I don't think anybody else is worth bringing back, and quite frankly, we just can't afford any of these guys. And we only have $3.3 million to work with. So we're just going to have to go with that. Let's go ahead, actually, and restructure some contracts here. Let's see, can we restructure Myles Garrett's? We can't. But let's see about some of the other guys. Njoku, can we restructure his deal? We can. All right, so that'll free $1.51 million. Not much, but it'll still free up some money. Let's see about other guys. What about Denzel Ward? Yep, $11.2 million. That'll help. All right, cool. All right, Nick Chubb, we signed you to a big deal in the middle of the season. Let's restructure your contract, give us a little bit more flexibility there, and keep you around. We can be better suited to acquire other players to help us out. All right, what about Owosu? All right, we can't restructure his deal, unfortunately. What about Newsome, who we just signed? Offering $1.72 million. Teller's another guy that we inked to a new deal. We can restructure his deal at a free of $1.77 million, which is cool. What about Jerry Jeudy? Won't free up much, but it'll free up at least a little bit. Okay. All right, Joel, we just signed you a new deal, but can we restructure it to free us up a little bit more space? Free of $4.29 million. That's good. I just wanted to give him another contract because he's coming off a Pro Bowl season, and I don't know if we can do much better than an 83 overall left guard in free agency. I just don't really know if we can do better than that. We can't do anything with Delpit's contract. What about... Well, Emerson's going to be a free agent, and so's Ford. Yeah. What about Conklin? Can we restructure his deal? No, we can't. Okay, I think we've done about all the restructuring that we can do at this point. So let's just go ahead and advance through this, and let's get to free agency period. see how much money we have to work with now based on the moves that we did to restructure some contracts. Let's see how much money we got to work with. We got $26.4 million. Obviously, that's not much. And Micah Parsons is a free agent. Well, as tempting as it would be to try to go get him, that's a guy that we just can't afford. I'm really surprised, though, that my Cowboys would let him walk like that. So the Cowboys may be seeing some of their star power leave. So in the years to come, that may mean a little bit of a difference, maybe in terms of a team we might face if we get to the Super Bowl one day. So now because of that, we just have Nick Chubb. We do need a backup running back. We do need a new fullback. I'm not going to go too ham on receiver because I was pretty pleased with Barry and Brown in the first year. And, we've got some other young guys too. So I think receiving-wise, we're pretty good there for right now. We do need a backup tight end. Left tackle definitely needs an upgrade because our best guy is 65, Carter O'Donnell. That's not very positive. Left guard's good. Center, we need a new center, I think. That's good. Conklin, it's still 77. It's not that bad. So I think right tackle's good. But I think we need a new center and we need a new left tackle. All right, defensive ends. Well, Elijah Roberts didn't, of course, really play much in his first year. So we need a veteran defensive end on the left side. We could use a backup right end, but we could probably do that in the draft. Defensive tackle we need to address if we can. Abdul Carter did serviceable things in his first year as a rookie, but we need backups there. We need a new middle linebacker to start. We need a backup right outside linebacker. Corner-wise, we're looking pretty good. Cameron Mitchell is still here. Jason Marshall, I think, will get more playing time this season to hopefully help with his development. So we'll go with that. We need a new free safety. We need a backup strong safety. And we need a new punter as well. So we do have some positions that we really have to fill. So let's kind of get to work and see what we can do based on what money we have out here. All right. And I'm really only going to probably stick with guys that are even interested in coming here. Because I don't want to break the bank on, too many guys. Well, Malik Hooker, 74 overall, I think is worth giving a contract to. So let's actually go ahead and go with a team-friendly deal. See if he'll take this. I don't think any teams are really clamoring for him too much. Okay, that only took off like $1 million of that, so that's not too bad. We need a new left tackle. So Rasheed Walker is actually interested in coming here, but we would have to offer him a pretty decent chunk of change. Let's see about this neutral deal and see if we can do that. Well, that ate up a lot. Okay, so we're going to lower this to a team-friendly deal for 2 years. That still ate up a decent chunk, but that would be a good upgrade. Could get Ryan Kelly, but you know what? We're going to go a little bit shorter than that. We're going to go with Bradbury, 1-year deal, a cheap deal. We got 3.78 to still work with. So yeah, you know what? Okay, let's be smart about this. Let's retract the offer. Let's go and sign somebody who is maybe a little bit cheaper and actually fits our scheme. Charlie Heck, not very good, but we just need a left tackle, so we're going to offer him a cheap deal. We still have $18 million to spend. We need a new fullback. Who can we afford? Juice Check is going to cost us a decent chunk, so I don't think I want to go with that. Hunter Lipke doesn't look too bad. Let's go with a team-friendly deal with him, a 1-year deal, nothing too crazy. Former Cowboys fullback, 72 overall. Let's go with him. Looks like Dallas is starting to lose some of their players this year. We do need a backup running back, but I'm not going to go after anything that's too crazy. Elijah Mitchell even looks too expensive, if you ask me, what he's probably going to be asking for. But these guys are more in our price range. Pierre Strong Jr. doesn't look too bad. Let's bring him in on a 1-year deal if we can. All right, $13.4 million still left. All right, so this is who we're targeting in the first wave of free agency. Malik Hooker Malik Hooker and Garrett Bradbury are really the top tier guys in terms of not top tier in terms of free agency, but guys that are decent because we need a new free safety. And I want to go get Malik Hooker. He's a scheme fit guy. I want to get him in here. Bradbury, Lipke, Strong, and Heck. I think left tackle may be a position that we need to address in the draft. I think that just may be the better way to go in terms of getting a new left tackle there. So that may be the direction that we go. Okay, let's see if we got any of our free agents to sign. Did we sign anybody? All right, looks like we actually got everybody. We got Hooker, we got Bradbury, we got Lipke, we got Strong, and we got Heck. So it looks like we signed everybody that we went after, so that's good. So let's see what our roster makeup is kind of looking like right now based on the signings that we made in free agency. Okay, so Pierre Strong instantly becomes our second best running back at 70 overall behind Nick Chubb. We can look for a young running back in the draft still. Lipke is our new starting fullback. Oh, yeah, a new tight end. We need a backup tight end. We can probably do that in this second wave of free agency. Charlie Heck becomes instantly our best left tackle, but he's still only a 67 overall, which isn't really too spectacular. And this Dennison guy doesn't really look too good. So I'm actually going to release him because we're just getting heavy at the left tackle spot. Left tackle, I think, may be a position that we just have to upgrade in the draft. So Charlie Heck is going to be our starter right there, penciled in for right now. Our new center, Bradbury, is 74 overall, so that's an improvement. Right guard's looking okay. 77 Conklin, I think, is still okay. Oh, yeah, defensive end. We need a new. I'm going to see if we can get a 70 overall, a defensive end in the 70s over there. With teams that I'm rebuilding where we're kind of, gutted, restricted by the cap a little bit, I just try to get guys that are in the 70s that can be stopgap guys and maybe see if they can get a little bit better, because I used to go kind of crazy with the free agent signings with some of these rebuilds, and I would just run out of money. So I'm trying to be smarter with that. We do need middle linebacker help, and we need left outside linebacker help. Okay, so, for backups. But middle linebacker, we need a new starter. We just flat out need a new starter. Hooker's our new starting free safety. We do need a new punter as well, so we need help there too. Okay. So let's see here about Micah Parsons is going to the Seattle Seahawks, and Mark Andrews is the commander, and Tre'Davious Ward is going to the Raiders. Wow, so some of the top guys going to some new places for sure. All right, let's see about middle linebackers who's still out here. Well, Ellis is still out here, who I signed in the Cowboys rebuild. Chris Barnes actually looks like a guy that we could get to come here, and it wouldn't be costing us too much. $9.4 million were his only offer for 1 year. So he would be instantly our starting middle linebacker in terms of an upgrade, 74 overall. That would be a big, big boost to that. Okay, let's see about maybe a backup tight end, a veteran tight end. Somebody who's interested in coming here and fits our scheme as well. Mo Alley Cox. He looks pretty solid. Let's go to the team-friendly deal for him, bring him in here to be our backup tight end to help us out a little bit. We should be able to land him without any real issues, so we'll do that. Okay, let's see. What about left outside linebacker backups for Abdul Carter? Patrick Johnson. Looks like we can get him in here for a cheap 1-year deal. Get some backup presence there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get some more depth at free safety because we already signed Hooker. Let me see if I can get maybe a guy in the 60s or something. Ooh, DeMar Hamlin. That's a fan favorite right there. We're signing him. All right, so we don't have a whole lot left. We only have like $1 million left. So this is who we're targeting in the second wave. Chris Barnes, a middle linebacker, Mo Alley Cox, tight end, DeMar Hamlin, free safety, and Patrick Johnson, left outside linebacker. That's our second wave. We're targeting in the second wave of free agency. Let's see if we can land these guys. Pretty confident we can land all of them, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, did we sign those guys? Battery level's low on the controller, but we're okay. All right, so we did get Chris Barnes. We did get Mo Alley Cox. We got DeMar Hamlin, and we got Patrick Johnson. All right, so we got some help there where we needed it. Let me see if I missed any positions potentially. Do need a backup quarterback, but I think we can address that in the draft. So I'm not too worried about that. Jake Bobo. Let's change. Actually, can we just get rid of him? Yeah, I just want to get rid of him. Let's just do that so we can get Mo Alley Cox 81 back. Left tackle, we still need an upgrade there because a 67 Charlie Heck, not ideal, if you ask me. And we need a new defensive end as well. That's another position I didn't go out and get. We need defensive tackle depth as well. We got Patrick Johnson now to back him up. We still have Deloach. We still have Muhammad. But Chris Barnes is going to be our new starting middle linebacker. Let's see. What is Barnes' like normal number kind of like looking like? He's 51, so. See if we can give him 51. All right, let's give him 52 for now. And, okay. All right, well, let's just give him 52 for right now. Let's leave it at that. With the Loach, got him. We do need a backup right outside linebacker, so we'll work on that a little bit later. DeMar Hamlin can wear a 33. We need also a backup strong safety as well. Oh, and we need a new punter. Okay. Let's see if we can get a cheap punter. We did release somebody, so I think we should be able to. We got a little bit extra money. We got $2 million to work with now. So let's see if we can get a new punter. Let's bring in Riley Dixon. All right. And that's all we can do. We can't do anything else in free agency with what we have. So we're going to leave it at that. At least we don't have any positions that are completely vacant of anybody. So we at least have that. Okay, let's go ahead and advance to the draft stage. Let's take a look at the final mock draft, see what they have us projected to do. Let's see. Go to mock drafts. Go to mock draft number 5. We should still have a fairly decently high pick. Okay, we got the 7th pick according to this, and they're projecting us to take Trey Moore, a right end out of Texas. Well, even though we've got Myles Garrett on the right side, we could kick Trey Moore over to the left side, but that could be a big upgrade because we actually do need defensive end help. So I think Trey Moore may be the move. Or this defensive tackle, Peter Woods, looks pretty tempting too. Or we could take that right outside linebacker to back up Owosu, maybe kick him out to the other side. Right tackle, one of these guys, maybe, because Conklin may only be here for a little while longer. But if Trey Moore is there, I think that's the best move to go with. Or maybe if Reuben Bain Jr. slips down, and he actually fits our scheme from the University of Miami. So we'll see how it plays out. But if that defensive end from Texas is there, we'll probably take him.
Every career starts.
All right. So we have the 9th pick. Let's get in here. Let's see who's out here. Okay, so is that defensive end there? It looks like he's gone. Unfortunately, he's gone. So I don't want to reach. Well, we do need tackle help. So let's actually take Spencer Fano out of Utah. I know he's the right tackle, but we can always kick him over to the left side to give us some help. And it's a good pick. Played college basketball for 2 years, process splits quickly and effectively, bully, finesse, rushers in college. Sounds like good elements of a left tackle if we kick him over to the left side anyway. All right, here we are in the 2nd round with our next pick. Remember, we got an extra 4th round pick as well. This strong safety doesn't look too bad. Keon Sabb. Yeah, and he fits our scheme. Let's take him. Good pick. Film is filled with massive hits. Smart, reliable zone defender, shows knack for getting ball carrier to the ground. Sounds like a pretty solid player to me. All right, here we are in the 3rd round. I don't know if I need corners. What about this defensive tackle? Lee Hunter. He looks pretty solid. I hope this isn't too much of a reach. Okay, average pick, but it is what it is. Muscular, friendly, explosive power, use active hands. Okay. Solid. We need defensive tackle help, too. These corners are still dropping, but I really don't need corner help. All right, we'll take one of these corners. Let's take Jacoby Johnson out of Oklahoma. He looks pretty solid. He's the best player on the board. It's an average pick, but we might have reached a little bit. But, hey, getting extra corner depth I don't think is that big of an issue. I think that's an okay decision to make. All right, there's still a bunch of corners that are available, but I just don't want to go with that. This halfback, DJ Giddens is there. Ooh. There's receivers that are better than Deuce Robinson. All right, we'll take Jeremy Bernard. Average pick, soft, reliable hands. Okay. More receiver depth, that's fine. Ernest Hausman out of Michigan, I think is a good player. Let's take him. It's a bad pick. All right, well, okay. We're in the 5th round here. This tight end doesn't look too bad. Brett Norfleet, let's take him out of Missouri. Average pick. All right. Let's take Joshua Josephs. It says bad pick, but we need some defensive end help. Probably reached a little bit with that one. 7th round pick. So we've reached with a few of these picks, but overall this draft hasn't been too bad. Let's take Deuce Robinson out of USC. We'll take another receiver because why not? Average pick. Okay. Well, he slipped a little bit, but still. All right, year 2 for our draft. Overall, I mean, some picks were pretty solid. We reached a little bit with Jacoby Johnson in the 4th round with our cornerback. He's a 68 overall, 63 overall. Ernest Hausman at right outside linebacker in the 5th round. Norfleet was a bit of a reach. So was this guy, Joshua Josephs. But we needed defensive end depth, and yeah, so. And also, we took Deuce Robinson because he was low. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? All right, so let's adjust our roster really quick here, and let's see what we're looking like right now. Okay, I mean, running back wise, like I mentioned, we're okay there. Hardman, we got Brown, we got James, Thrash. Oh yeah, Bernard. Bernard was our rookie that we drafted. Let me see if this guy is real, because sometimes by this stage they're not real. Okay, actually Bernard looks like he's a real player. From Auburn. Okay. Looks like he wears number 5 there. We got Lacey wearing number 5, so he'll just have to stay at that. Deuce Robinson, I think, wears number 2 at USC, so he's able to wear his college number, although he's at the bottom of the depth chart now. Brett, two T's. Brett Norfleet. Okay, he's a real tight end out of Missouri. He sounded familiar, but I wasn't 100% sure if he was or not. It's Barry Brown's number because he's wearing 87 right now. I think he wears number 7 at. Okay, well, look, Barry Brown was here first, so he gets to keep his number. We're gonna keep Norfleet wearing number 82. Right, left tackle. All right. So let me see about that right tackle who we drafted. So Conklin is our starter. Spencer Fano. Let's move him to the left side. I want to move him over to left tackle. Maybe a risk, but hopefully he's willing to play that position. Instantly makes him the starter. All right, so that's good. Spencer Fano. Let's see what his college number is. Okay, so in Utah, he was wearing 55. Okay, I feel like that's worn by somebody already, but let me see. Maybe a linebacker. No, it may be available. Well, bringing him in is instantly making our offensive line better on the left side. Even though, we got Conklin, who's a solid right tackle. If Fano can play this position, we would be in really good shape. He's got the size for it. He's 6'6", and he's a day one starter according to his tags. So pretty confident he can be our new left tackle. He's a young guy, so we're getting younger at some of these positions early, but he's definitely a pretty decent improvement. Left guard. So our offensive line definitely is upgraded in the offseason for sure. Defensive end-wise, let me see what Joseph's is a 63. Ooh. I still want to move him actually over to that side of the defensive line because if he battles it out with the guy that we drafted a year ago, I think that would be a solid idea to have them kind of duke it out a little bit. He's still a 63. Let me see what Elijah Roberts' number is, because maybe we can give it to him now. He's wearing we can't. He wears number 5. So barring anything crazy. But then again, free agency before the preseason starts, we could probably look at the pool, and there may be a guy in the 70s that could at least help out over there. All right. In the meantime, we'll have McGuire still back up Myles Garrett. Defensive tackle wise, isn't too bad. And we drafted Lee Hunter. So let's see what his number is looking like. UCF. Let's see what his number. Oh, it looks like he wears number 2. We already got somebody wearing 2. He'll just wear 92. I think that's okay. That's an appropriate number. So Abdul Carter's going to be the starter. We got Patrick Johnson backing him up. We didn't draft any other linebackers. Oh, actually we did. We drafted Ernest Hausman. Ernest Hausman. Yeah, this is him. Okay, he does play in Michigan, and he wears 15. Oh, okay, so we can already have his college number, 63 overall, right outside linebacker. Not bad. I know we drafted a corner. Jason Marshall is going to get some more playing time this season already to begin with. Jacoby Johnson. What number does he wear? It's like 24 in college, 19 at Oklahoma was the jersey that he was wearing. Let's see if we can give him 19. I don't know if we can. I feel like there's a receiver that's wearing number 19, but let me see if we can give it to him. We'll give him 18 for now. Let's see who's wearing number 19. I feel like it's a receiver. Oh, yeah, it's Cedric Tillman. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut him. We got a bunch of young receivers that I think are making him expendable, so we're going to do that. So we got Johnson. Humphrey is another guy we drafted. We had a year ago. So we got a lot of young corners kind of behind Mitchell and Newsom and Ward. Keon Sabb. Number 3 at Alabama. Okay. Well, he can wear 39. I think that's okay for a rookie to wear that. Oh yeah, we need a punter. Forgot to go get that. It's like when I go grocery shopping, it's like, oh, forgot to get milk with the bread. All right. Well, let's go ahead and advance. Actually, can we go ahead and do free agency signings right now? A roster trade center. Okay, we can't do that. All right. So let's go ahead and advance to the preseason when free agency opens up for us again, and we'll make the signings there. Okay. All right. We need a punter. We'll bring in Bradley Pinion. Okay. And let me take a look and see about defensive ends on the left side. Darius Smith is still out there, and so is Eric Armstead. All right, let's bring in Eric Armstead to help out on that side of the line. We need some help there for sure. Could have brought back Zadarius, but we just had him last year, and nobody picked him up, so kind of discouraging. So we're going to bring in Eric Armstead to be our new left defensive end, and that's an instant upgrade over Elijah Roberts, who's actually injured, so that's pretty big for us. All right, what other positions do we need to get some maybe help at? We could use some help at defensive tackle. What about, okay, we'll take a look at defensive tackle and the linebacker positions. Let's see if there's anybody out here who could help us out. I'm not talking about instant starters or anything, but just to help us out. Ooh, there's actually some left tackles out here that are better than what we have. All right, let's bring in Garrett Bowles. He's an instant upgrade from our rookie. I know, give the rookie a chance, but, you just need some insurance. And that's what we're doing with doing that. Okay, well, can't really get too much better there. Middle linebacker can't get much better there. Running back wise, there's actually some decent guys out here. We got Tony Pollard and Khalil Herbert out here, and Elijah Mitchell. Let's bring in Khalil Herbert. Shoot, get some insurance at running back behind Chubb. Notice we don't have Jerome Ford back there anymore, so that can help us out. Oh, we could go and see what backup quarterbacks are out there as well. I think that might be a good idea. Lipke is actually hurt already. Yeah, Bowles, 79 overall, instant upgrade than what we had with Fano. But I still want to give him a chance to develop, but he could do it behind Bowles. Learn from him. Hopefully that helps him out a little bit. Because of that, let's go ahead and cut Carter O'Donnell. It won't free up anything in cap room, but he's just somebody that we flat out don't need. And you know what? Can we get rid of Charlie Heck without a penalty now because of what we did? We can. All right, Charlie, I know we signed you in free agency, but we were able to get better during the offseason instantly, so we're going to let that go. And it gives us a little bit more flexibility to do some more work. So we've got a new starting defensive end in free agency alone to go on the opposite side of Garrett. Oh, yeah. Well, defensive tackle-wise, there really wasn't anything too great out there that was, overly better than what we already have. So I don't think that was really worth too much more of that. Punter, we've addressed that problem. Let's see about a backup quarterback. Let's see if there's any backup free agent quarterbacks that are maybe in the 70s. Is there anybody out here who is a free agent running back, a quarterback in the 70s? The best guy is Geno Smith. He doesn't really fit our scheme or anything. Derek Carr's out here. Now let's bring in Geno Smith to be our backup quarterback. Let's bring him in. Don't know what his numbers now is because of this, but let's take a look. All right, he'll wear number 8. So we've got a new backup quarterback. All right. So the roster is looking a little bit beefier going into year 3. We were able to sign some free agents before the season began when we had a little bit of extra money to spend, so that's pretty good. Thank you all for checking out this live stream that was pretty long. Then again, this is kind of a rare live stream where I do like 2 different things in one live stream, which I know is a little bit different. I've done this once before. For I think Madden 23, but it was a long time ago. But anyway, thank you for checking out this long live stream. Unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, the Cowboys rebuild is coming to an end because of a glitch that just unfortunately is not allowing me to play my starters whenever I enter the game. Fortunately, that glitch hasn't carried over to the Browns franchise, so I'm going to be able to do this rebuild with no issues whatsoever. And we're doing pretty well. So I'm excited to go into year 3 with this roster. We improved last season. We went to 7-10. So I'm pretty interested to see what we can do beyond that. So thank y'all for watching these videos. I probably won't live stream tomorrow because tomorrow will be my last day before I have to go back to work on Friday because, like I've said, I took today off from work and I'm taking off tomorrow as well. Just want some extra time. If they give you PTO, take it or you lose it. So that's the way that I'm treating it right now. We're almost kind of to the end of the year with like with work anyway. So just want to make sure I'm using it on PTO. But thank you all for checking out the live stream, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your night. Oh, and before I leave, shout out to all of the comments. Shout out to Lightning Gamer 10 for the suggestion to fix the glitch, even though it didn't work. Thank you for that. Shout out to William for the comments, and I'm going to accept your friend request and everything here once I get done with the stream, man. But thank you very much for the comments and the support. And also, Jeremy, thank you for the comments as well. I greatly appreciate all the comments. This has been a pretty active live stream, so good to see that. So thank y'all for the comments. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.